Dr. Kemi Men's Health, Part 2. The penis has two major disease states that people are more concerned about. There are many, but I'm going to talk about these two, and it's called premature ejaculation and erectile dysfunction. Now, premature ejaculation is when you're having sex with a woman and you come too soon. It's nicknamed the 2 minute man. Okay, you didn't enjoy the sex, so did the woman. It's a problem, especially if you're really solidly dating a woman or you are married to them. It can actually destroy a relationship. These things have treatments, but a lot of people don't want to go through that. You need to. The other one is erectile dysfunction. That's when your penis cannot erect. It will not get hard so that you can go into the vagina. It will be soft, and sometimes when you're already inside, it becomes soft and you pop out again. They're very frustrating, they're very embarrassing, and they can really ruin relationships. So first you need to know those two disease states. I'll get to other disease states later, prostate cancer, testicular cancer, and all that. But for now, let's talk about that premature ejaculation. It can be treated with antidepressants, okay? There are a lot of sophisticated antidepressants out there that you can go to your doctor or urologist for. Stop abusing Tramadol. Tramadol is being abused in a lot of African countries. Men are using it to have sex. They say they're having sex longer, they're doing this, they're doing that. Then they're screwed up when they become addicted to it. It's a narcotic, it's a painkiller. It's not designed for that. Now, I'm going to explain something to you, so listen carefully why Tramadol becomes dangerous. In pharmacy, there are two things we always like to tell people, okay? Especially when you're being taught or when you're a teacher. Drugs have indications. That means what they were designed to do and what the government approved them to do. Some drugs will work for other things, okay? And they could also be called non-indicated use. In other words, the government hasn't approved it for that use, but doctors are using it anyway. Okay, non-indicated uses are usually limited to research and things like that. Oh, let me try this on this man, maybe it'll work. However, there's some drugs that have hidden non-indicated use, and Tramadol is one of them. Designed for pain, when you take it, it goes to your pain receptors. The brain recognizes that you are in pain. But when you're not in pain, it goes to the pleasure centers. And one of the problems with Tramadol is that once the drug gets to the pleasure center, you get addicted to it. And that's why a lot of lives are ruined on Tramadol addiction. Now, let's go back to the penis. People claim that they're taking Tramadol to have longer sex, that usually those people have premature ejaculation. More than likely they do. Now, Tramadol is for pain, but the non-indicated use is delayed ejaculation, meaning that it can delay ejaculation. If you take it, you can have sex without coming too soon, without being a 2 minute man. So sounds right? The right drug for the right job. Until we found out that it's a narcotic and you're going to be addicted. You did not sign up for addiction. That's why Tramadol has never been approved by the Food and Drug Administration, the FDA of the United States. It's never been approved for premature ejaculation because the non-indicated side effect, you'll be addicted to the narcotic. So people now go out on the streets and buy it and be using it for that use. And then they become addicted and they need $7 million to get off Tramadol after 90 days of rehabilitation. Stop using Tramadol. Another thing is we had that, situation where the students at Polytechnic in Nigeria, in Ibadan, both of them were on Tramadol fuel sex. The guy especially, young people, 20s, and they both died. Why? Because he was like literally having a 16-hour marathon sex. So I heard they were having sex for 8 to 16 hours. That was too much. And they were on Tramadol 200, 100, the big ones that they're not even approved by the Nigerian NAFDAC. 50 milligrams of Tramadol is all NAFDAC, approves in Nigeria. They don't approve anything higher. But the higher strengths are in the markets. They're fueled in by drug dealers and stuff. So the most important part is we need to explain it to you why people are using tramadol. They're not using it just to get high. They're using it for delayed ejaculation. What can you use instead of tramadol? There are drugs at your doctor's office. There are antidepressants, all kinds. One of the cheapest antidepressants in the world. Okay, remember, I'm not talking from any teleprompter or anything. I talk from my head. I'm a brilliant person. I'm an award winning pharmacist. So listen carefully. One of the best antidepressants and the cheapest to treat premature ejaculation is amitriptyline. Okay, it's so cheap. It's cheap everywhere in the world. Amitriptyline, I have used it for depression. I have used it for anxiety. My doctor in Lagos gave it to me at one point, and it treats depression, anxiety, and what it does with premature ejaculation, and when it gets to the brain, that depression factor or anxiety factor that causes the man to just come like right away, it's hindered. In other words, the man doesn't come right away. You guys can be getting amitriptyline and having a good sex life, all right? And you're not addicted to nothing, but nobody educates you. I don't know where the health reporters are in Nigeria. There's none. The pharmacists are standing in the drugstore. They're not educating you. The doctors don't have time. I'm telling you now. And on Sunday, I'm not making any more videos. So at the end of the day, go and see your doctor or your urologist. There are many antidepressants out there. You can mention amitriptyline, AMI, TRIP, Tyline, TYLINE. I'll spell it out and say, oh, I just watched a video by a pharmacist, US trained pharmacist. Make sure you put that US there, not because I want to show off, but because these are therapies that are working in the US. Okay, tell them. He said amitriptyline might be able to help my premature ejaculation. One thing in Africa is that most African men are not even going to the doctor. They're not going to the urologist. They have this complex. And the same complex, I found it in America with Black men. Black American men won't go to the doctor. Oh, no, I don't want nobody touching my penis. I don't want nobody doing this. They have this complex, especially when that urologist is a woman. You need to go in. Stop abusing tramadol, fix that. Part 3, I'll talk about erectile dysfunction. Stay tuned.